Hi guys, welcome to my classroom. I'm going to do a classroom tour for you today. In case you don't know, I teach 6th grade English and Read 180. This is kind of a crazy day and the kids were just in here and some things are still kind of a mess, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. This is how my classroom is just on a daily basis. This is where I spend a huge majority of my time, so let's get started on the tour. Okay, we'll start right here at my door. That's me, Mrs. Forbes. And if we move this way, I have a whiteboard and some bulletin boards. This is my Restorative Circles bulletin board. We do them on Wednesdays for 15 minutes every week, and it's a really cool way to get to know your students and to help build community. I have a video up on my channel about those. This is my information station, and so if students need to know what the objective is, I write that down every day. It really helps me too to have a goal for the day, and I just kind of break down the different activities that we're going to be doing every day. And I have one list for my English 6 classes and then one list for my Read 180 classes. Our schedule changes every day, even the order of the periods changes every day, so I always write that right here with just the ending time. That's all I really care about. And then for each class, I have 3 weekly helpers each week, and the kids got to name their classes. So one is Walking Dab, Bubble Nuggets, and Watermelons, because these are 6th graders. Our district is really big into thinking maps, so I also have examples of all of the thinking maps right here. That's something that they ask every teacher to post in their classroom. We are currently doing Farewell to Manzanar, so I have a bulletin board with some of our work from Farewell to Manzanar, really high quality assignments that a few kids did. And if you're interested in any of these assignments, I got them on Teachers Pay Teachers, and the shop is called Donut Lovin' Teacher. Right here, I have a schedule for my Read 180 class. We haven't been following it exactly lately, but I never really use this cupboard, so I just put a poster over it. This is the back of my room, and then you can kind of see the whole thing right here. I have my classes in rows of 3. This was just the best way to fit 36 kids in here. And the way that I do it is I can have groups of 4. So the students sitting right here would be a group, or they can just talk to a partner right here if we need to do some partner work. And then I also provide them with just a box of supplies, and so this is group 3, and I also like to have their group number right here so that I can take volunteers or ask different groups to do things. And so I just fill these supply boxes with pens and pencils and markers. I don't like the wasted time when students are looking for supplies that they don't have, and I don't want to, even waste time talking to them about why they don't have it. I'd rather them just be able to grab a marker, or these pencils say my name on them. They say Mrs. Forbes, so they remember not to take them out. If we do art projects or whatever, we don't have to do a whole thing where we get out a bunch of supplies. They're just right here. And really a lot of my kids bring their own supplies. So this is just for anybody that wants to borrow something. They don't really have to ask. They can just take my stuff. That's fine with me. So over here, I love that I have a window in the back of my classroom. The only thing is that sometimes it makes it a little bit tough to see the projector screen over here, but it is really nice to have this natural light. And windows are a really easy surface to tape things to, or to attach things to. I have these like cinder block walls otherwise that are pretty difficult. So recently we did some Greek myths, and students made posters of the plot arc. This is a really cool one, the Trojan horse, and so they have the whole plot like this. Here's Arachne the spinner. This one's pretty cool. Narcissus. So they did a really good job on these. I have a lot of very creative students this year. Here are a few more posters. I have just a really messy bookshelf right here that has some old books. This section is kind of a mess right now too. These are the R books through the Read 180 program. I really like them. And then this is just a stack of some projects that I'm going to take to a staff meeting later and just show them off. Over in this corner, I have kind of a cool bulletin board from Women's History Month. I got this on Teachers Pay Teachers as well. Now, all of our kids have Chromebooks and they constantly forget to charge them. So I just have these annoying chargers everywhere. I can't stand them, but otherwise, well, kids just bring them uncharged because they play video games all day at lunch or in the morning or, you know, at home or whatever. So then if they don't have it charged, they get to sit back here and waste a bunch of time while they charge it. So we're still kind of figuring out this whole Chromebook situation. All the kids have one that they get to take home every single day. So anyway, over here, this bookshelf is more like my stuff, and I have a pitching machine and a bunch of softball equipment because I'm the softball coach and I have to keep everything in my classroom. In here, I just have some, like these letters and stuff. I keep a lot of that. In this box, I just have some books that I enjoy reading and some curriculum over here. My Read 180 class did the unit on the Harlem Renaissance, and then they read a story and turned it into a little comic, and so I put those up. I thought those looked really nice. Oh, a couple weeks ago we did a Rothschild Francis lesson on the centennial of the U.S. Virgin Islands, and so my students did these little coloring pages of Rothschild Francis. I love having these up. I never even want to take them down. They're so cute. That was such a fun thing for me. And then right here, if you look down, this is my TA station. I gave her a nice little chair, and she mostly just organizes assignments for me and puts them in alphabetical order because it makes them so much faster to put into the computer when they're in alphabetical order already. She just has a few supplies. I have extra pencils with my name on them right here so we can just throw them in the boxes when we need to. This is where students turn in their work. So it says turn it in right here, turn in work, and instructions on how to do that. And again, we have the names of the different classes on everything, so they always get their papers in the right spot. This is my no name drawer though, and so my TA puts any papers with no name right here, so all these people are not getting points for their stuff. Kind of sad. I put extra copies of whatever we do in this box right here. I just keep a file, so if you're absent or you lose it or can't find it or something, you can just come grab it right there. And then when I'm done grading things, I put it in this right here. I just have a calendar and a kid president little poster right there. This is my printer. Oh, this is my favorite section of my room. This is my little tea station. I have my electric tea kettle and a bunch of mugs and tea. So I have my Hamilton, Schuyler Sisters mug, and then a Kid President mug. Right here I also have a list of all the 7 habits. We are going to be implementing that more next year, and I'm part of the team that is going to train all the other teachers. So I try to keep these in mind every day. This is, I think, a really powerful program, and just like in your life in general, it's a really good thing to do. On my cabinet, I just have some posters and just like some letters from old students and stuff like that, that kind of, you know, inspires you when you're having a rough day. And I just have some signs and some colorful things. This is our schedule for the day. I have some quotes from an old calendar right here. These are like literary quotes. And this cart is from IKEA. I have the teal one in our house. I put a bunch of gents and stuff on it. And these are really, really convenient. They're easy to build. I think they're like 30 bucks. I wish they had had another teal one, but they were out. So I just have a bunch of supplies on here. It's kind of a mess, but it's easy to find things. This is my desk. Oh, and here, this is my little bulletin board just for myself. I have a bunch of pictures. I have my Cal State Fullerton Titans pennant up there, my Phi Alpha Theta Honor Society plaque. Oh, and this says, I don't know if you can see it well, you can never be overdressed or overeducated. I like that quote. This is my computer. Oh, and my Chromebook. I decided to put a case and a bunch of stickers on my Chromebook. I love this thing. I have Schuyler Sisters and Moss from the IT Crowd. This is a Friends one, Seinfeld, and Mean Girls. I love all of those shows, and Hamilton, so I use my Chromebook more often now that I have my cool stickers on it. I have my little Scentsy there. And my desk is never clean, so I didn't bother to really clean it up much. I just kind of always have like softball stuff, snacks, my phone. This is my Purple Trails planner. This is my teacher planner. I love it because there's so much space. I can really keep track of everything that I need to do. The days go this way, and then I usually do, well, I do have 2 periods of English every day for each class and 2 periods of Read 180 for those classes. And so I can just keep track of what we're doing for each day, what I need to do in my prep period, like meetings after school. I love it. This is what the front looks like. You can customize them. I love mine. It says Mrs. Forbes, and it has the name of my school. And then on the back, it even says, "Too cool for middle school." So this was awesome. I definitely suggest Purple Trail planners. And then this is my room from like the other corner. I've got my 3 groups, and you know, the students are not facing me. Oh shoot. Oh no, I have to hurry up and film this before more kids come in. So they're not facing me, but you know, they can turn their heads. And then over here, I just have like my document camera and whatever we're working on. I always have my Mariah Carey tumbler for my water. It's like my favorite thing. This is our motto every morning. This is a Lin-Manuel Miranda quote. Good morning, eyes up, hearts up, mind sharp, compassion on full blast. And we pretend to sip our coffee, and then we say, okay, let's go. So I've got a bunch of stuff over here. Oh, this is just my whiteboard. Let's see here. Pay attention with your face. That is another one of my mottos. And I list my homework right here. I have a lot of whiteboard space. And then this is just my projector. Right here, this is my tech cart. I have my name here. I just got that at Target, the little letters. And it says, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." That's one of my favorite quotes and the reason that I teach. Oh, right here, I'll just show you really quick. I put copies in these drawers. I just have them labeled for the days of the week. And then over here, where I have to go open the door anyway, I have like my rules listed, expectations for Chromebooks, and a bunch of memes. Kids like to come in and just read all the memes. And lastly, I just have my bookshelf right here as well. So I'm afraid to open the door and let them all in. It's gonna be a mad rush.